Welcome to The Light of the Torah, Episode 3. Today I'm going to be talking about the Torah and its meaning, as well as how the Torah can help us acquire an additional sense in order to change our inner programming. The word Torah means instruction. The Torah is the 5 books of Moses, which are Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. The Mosaic Law, also called the Laws of Moses, the 613 laws, can be found throughout the 5 books of Moses. According to the Kabbalists, the Torah is an instruction book for a way of life and a blueprint for an ideal reality. The Torah is the first of 3 parts of the Holy Scriptures, Bible or Old Testament. Some biblical scholars believe it was written 600 BCE. However, Moses, the believed traditional author of the Torah, lived 800 years earlier, from 1400 to 1200 BCE. Within the Torah, one of the laws requires us to create and develop a sixth sense and begin to receive the spiritual light of wisdom to nourish and grow our soul. This sixth sense perceives the potential darkness that exists and senses how to fill the darkness with light. This sense or sensor is to be used while navigating through our daily lives, directing us towards spiritual growth and ascension. The law that commands us to create a sixth sense can be found in Deuteronomy 6:9, which is the 5th book of Moses. It reads, "And thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thy house and upon thy gates." Them is referring to the 613 commandments or commanded words and sentences God gave to Moses to give to his people. Remember that according to the Kabbalistic sages, the Holy Torah is written with code words that speak of the literal but mean the allegorical or metaphorical. In this commandment or law, there are really 4 code words that have both a root and branch. The 4 code words are right, doorposts, house, and gates. This commandment appears to speak about a person's physical house with a gate on the yard and a door to enter the house. It appears that it is telling a person to literally write the commandments on the doors of the house as a memento to remember God's commandments as they move from room to room in one's house. The Kabbalists view this house inwardly as opposed to the physical outward interpretation that it appears to take on. Kabbalah house is a person's body, and every body has gates and doorposts covering the entire surface area of the body. A gate is an opening for stimuli to enter, such as an eye, an ear, a nose, a mouth, and skin. A doorpost is a sensor for stimuli to be sensed, such as an eardrum in the ear, a retina in the eye, a taste bud in the mouth, a nerve ending in the skin, or an olfactory cell in the nose. To write God's commandments upon the doorposts of a person's house and upon gates is to create a sixth sense to receive the 5 different sources of stimuli, altruistically instead of egoistically, and to allow spiritual light to enter where there is potential darkness. To write is to memorize or remember and be able to retrieve the commandments from memory. One must stay alert in order to stay spiritually alive. As you open new doors, meaning constantly receiving new and different stimuli throughout one's daily life. These 5 sources of stimuli combine to form life's events and situations in our lives, and we have to fix a Mezuzah or the sixth sense on our senses and detect the spiritual laws that are exerted on us, matching them with altruistic spiritual intentions. This matching allows one to resemble God's inner being and receive the spiritual light of wisdom. It is called receiving darkness and egoism when a person does not affix the Mezuzah, and receiving light and altruism when a person affixes a Mezuzah on the 5 senses. With this sixth sense, we can stop acting reactively like an animal or a robot and rise to a higher level and act proactively on the level of the human. Many of us already have a sixth sense and perform acts of loving kindness, but there's always room for improvement and strengthening our sixth sense, allowing more spiritual light to enter and increasing love and peace in the world. An example of using the sixth sense and receiving darkness or receiving light is a desire to degrade another person. You have 2 options or paths that you can take with this desire. You choose to degrade another person, you choose to react receiving darkness and egoism. But if you use the sixth sense and choose to refrain from degrading another person, you act proactively, choosing to receive light and altruism. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you again next time.